their facility. I can't remember what I was watching, but it was some documentary about minor leaguers. It was just following a player throughout the year, and they were just saying how like terrible it was. And this dude had his wife and his kid with him too. It was wild.
It's not livable wage, that's for sure.
Sure isn't.
I mean,
Sure.
it's like, what do they expect for the players too? Like, you're not going to be. Most of them aren't going to be good when they've got all that other stuff to worry about.
All right, I'm gonna kick you guys out for a second. All right.
I love how you do that.
I learned it from the pop culture pile driver guys. I was like, that's not a bad idea because like that's what I'm doing anyway. Oh, and Brandon just straight up isn't there, so we'll introduce him last, I guess. So we introduce them one by one.
Oh.
To say
Hi,
hello.
Emily.
Dave says hi.
Hi, Dave. How was your sister's birthday?
It was good. It was good. Thank you for asking.
Cheers. All right. Let's get this show on the road. Hopefully Steve Scott's doing okay. Really hope he joins at some point. He was very excited for this. So I hope
in class?
he shouldn't be.
Doesn't he have a class?
Wednesdays. Now I'm like doxing Steve.
I
All
thought
right.
he said Wednesday he had plumbing class.
Yeah, he does. Maybe something came up for work. I don't know, but hopefully he'll join at some point. But anyway, we'll start recording now.
Seems like Steve.
I know that's why I'm worried, but hopefully he's okay.
I wouldn't be worried.
All right, 3, 2. All right, Dave. We have no time to waste here today. We can't waste time on questions because there'll be plenty of them asked throughout the portion of this podcast. But how are you doing? Are you ready for bracket season to kick off tonight?
I am so ready. I was literally just looking at all these different brackets just to study. They have no relevance here, but I was looking at them anyway.
That's fascinating that you would do that because, like you said, there's no relevance to what we're talking about with other brackets unless somebody made a bracket like this and they discussed it. I get it, but we put a lot of time and effort into all these brackets, but this one especially took us a long time to put together. So with all that work, we need a lot of people to come on and help us get through it and decide the winners. So let's start by introducing our guests one by one. Usually we have a question or a prompt to start off, but again, there is no time here to do that. So we'll start off with Shannon Fitzsimons. Shannon, welcome in.
Thank you for having me. Happy to be back.
Of course, Shannon, welcome back. And I'd ask you a question usually right now, but I don't really have one prepared, and there's no time to do that. So we're just going to plow right through. Speaking of Pilgrim alumni, Brandon Maxwell. Brandon, what's good?
What up? Thanks for having me.
He's muted. We can't hear him.
What up?
There
Thanks
we
for
go.
having
Now
me.
he's there. Not much. Getting ready to dive into this bracket. And last but not least, as they usually say, Bills fans go last. Ken B of the JKLOL program. Ken, what is up?
That's the rudest intro I think I've ever had. That's the rudest intro I think I've ever had in any podcast ever. Oh no.
Well, at least you're not Sean Clayton, who I rip into every trivia round to start it off. I think yesterday might have been my favorite when I said that Sean, like the Eagles he roots for, always not winning, but it happens. So anyway,
I think we can.
Scott is supposed to join us at some point.
I think
Maybe
we
he will,
can.
maybe he won't. What, Brandon?
I think we're getting feedback.
He's on.
I think we're getting feedback.
Oh, are you? Damn. Well, that's not good. That might be me. I'll even come back. It might be weird for a second.
It's all right. Let's get weird.
It's Thursday. Let's get weird.
Hey man, I got my COVID vaccine appointment Saturday, so I'm ready to get weird.
Oh,
I'm all in,
snap.
baby.
Both are vaccinating teachers.
Dude, I literally this morning I woke up at 5 a.m. and refreshed like all morning long. It was just like one for me and just like my fiance. So one for me and my fiance. So
Any luck? Is
Nope.
it better now?
Still happening.
It's not.
Nope.
It's still happening.
It's not. Hold on a second. Let me try it again.
Okay.
poor Jake.
I think it's Jake because I don't hear it now.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
As soon as he leaves, it's good.
Let's.
Yeah,
hope.
no. It was an exciting morning for me because then I got in at like 7:40 and then I had to teach at like 7:55, so I was like all amped up and I was like, fucking like.
Just keep
Like
tapping.
teaching all day.
Just keep
Like
tapping.
teaching all day.
No, that's not good.
No.
Things have been better
No.
than they are now.
We started. Early. We started.
Well, I mean, we are live, but yes, that's true. It's okay. Nobody watches these anyway. I guess I'll just try again.
Third time's the charm.
I wish I knew technical stuff. I just don't know technology at all.
I was gonna say, could he make someone else a host? I don't know if maybe it's like him because he's recording and hosting at the same time. I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe.
that could be it.
I troubleshoot all the crap that I have to do all the time. So
I always Google it, and if it's not right away on the first page, I'm out. That's all I got.
you got to push a little bit further. Come on, man. Where's the curiosity?
If there's YouTube clips, then maybe I can do it.
That's the move. That's how I learned how to change oil in my car, right?
I know how to do it, but I'm such a lazy sack that I just go get it changed.
That's the move. That's the move.
That's not great. Still not good.
Yo.
Steve!
Yo. Well, sorry, everybody. Sorry, I'm late.
Oh, boy.
Sorry, I'm
I might
echoing too.
not be able to record this
Sorry, I'm echoing too. Shit.
because it's just not working. You know what? I might have to move us to a Google Meet if this is the case.
Why is it not
I
working?
have to end the live broadcast. What?
Why is it not working?
It's just not working. Or I might have to go to my headset or something. But I guess worse things have happened. It's all right.
Did
I'll
you have
dump
that
that
problem before and you somehow fixed it?
Yeah, I used my headset instead. I think that was what happened.
I remember you
Well.
had that problem.
This is like a corrupted Brady Bunch right here. I think it's fixed.
I don't hear anything.
Yeah, sounds good now.
I think we're good. We're Gucci.
Well, he's
Yeah, I
muted.
don't-
That's why.
Oh, there it is. That's why.
We've isolated the problem.
Anything?
I think it's better.
I think we're
Oh,
good.
thank the Lord.
Sounds good.
Great. Only downside is I can't record it, but you know what? That's fine. I'll live. As long as it works, that's really all I care about. No, we're still live. Emily, this is a live reveal, okay? Anyway, Steve Scott's also here. Let's get into it. That Steve got the Sean Clayton treatment that time.
Jake, really quick, do you want me to record it?
I mean, if you want to, Ken.
I can record it and send it to you in like a WAV file or something.
That'd be great if you could.
Give me 30 seconds.
I'll just throw that file with the. Oh, I already deleted it, so that's not going to happen. All right, never mind. But yeah, sure. I had somewhat of a vision today. I was like, I think Ken might have to record this for me. I'm not gonna lie. I had no idea at the time this was going to happen.
Listen, I've got
But sure enough, StreamYard's not perfect.
all right, I got the studio. I'm ready to go, baby. Make this happen. All
right. Let me know when you're ready. I'll just dive in because I'm not doing an intro again. I'm going to introduce in 5 people again. We're just doing it.
Gotcha.
To paraphrase Bill O'Reilly, we're doing it live.
Fuck it, do it live. All right, levels. Talk. Somebody. People talk a little bit.
Talk.
Yo.
All right.
Bacon.
Recording in 3, 2, 1.
All right, we're diving in right now. No intros at all. We're going right into this bracket because we've been here for 30 minutes. I've had technical difficulties. I don't care anymore. We're getting this done. So anyway, I guess there's 4 regions here. They're each named after the 1 seed. I have banners for every single one of them. Once we get past the first round, I'll just share my screen. You'll see what we have going forward. Anyway, you guys get the idea. So, Shannon, pick a number between 1 and 4. I know it's very hard. There's a lot of numbers there. Pick one of those
3.
numbers. 3. Great. So we're going to start in the Jackie Robinson region. We have our first matchup here. If everybody's looking at their screen, and all the people at home listening or watching, it's great for the people at home. Our first matchup, the 1 seed Jackie Robinson against the 16 seed Tony Hawk.
Ooh.
Also, I meant to mention this before my audio cut out entirely. I cannot stress this enough. If you have issues with the seating or the people or anything, please direct them to Dave. So our first
It is all
matchup
my fault.
is Jackie Robinson against Tony Hawk. We put Tony Hawk on here just because of his sheer influence in like the video game industry and how pretty much anything you know about skateboarding is because of Tony Hawk.
Mhm.
That being said, I don't like his chances.
I don't feel like that's even a fair matchup.
No, that's not. That's how 116 matchups go, though. It's usually, Duke against, I don't know, Dave, what's the first team that comes to mind?
UMBC.
Xavier.
There we go. Well, okay, Dave, the one team that would pull off a 16-1 upset is the one you choose.
How about North Carolina A&T?
Sure, there we go. North Carolina. I'm glad you didn't say Mercer next because they're the other ones. So they pulled up a 215, but still. Yeah. So the way this is going to go is I'm going to ask everybody their vote. I'm going to keep track of it. I don't think there's going to be any resistance on this one.
Yeah, hard Tony Hawk here. No,
I will.
There's no resistance here, but I'm sad that you put Tony Hawk here because this is like a Kelly Slater, best surfer of all time, but not the best skateboarder. Tony Hawk deserves a 15 at the least.
Oh yeah! Instead of getting killed by a 1 seed, he deserves to get killed by a 2 seed. Is what you're saying?
That's right. There's a better chance. I respect that more. Okay, like a Siena College versus a Creighton, whatever it is. I'm just I can't.
Oh yeah, right. Brandon, are you going Jackie Robinson here? I imagine.
I am.
That's a shocker. Where everybody here's going Jackie Robinson. I'm stunned. Stunned
for sure.
So Jackie Robinson coasts to the second round. All right, this one is a little more difficult. The 8-9 matchup is Bobby Orr against Kobe Bryant.
Not even close.
That's right, Bobby Orr.
Oh, gross. Come on.
All right, so this one, 8-9 matchups, a lot of discussion with those. So, Brandon, we'll start with you. Who's your winner in this one?
I mean, I don't have any argument here whatsoever. I think it's obviously Kobe. I don't know why he's the lower seed. Is Bobby Orr even considered the greatest hockey player of all time? I know
Bobby Orr is probably the greatest defenseman of all time.
Okay. I know obviously most people don't have Kobe as their greatest of all time. I personally don't. I think he's in that conversation for the top ever, top 10 or so. But definitely I got him above Bobby Orr. No offense to him. I definitely watch Kobe more too. And then as far as the impact goes, if you're looking at the greatest athlete in that sense, great and grand and whatnot, definitely Kobe. I mean, it's no question. Again, no disrespect to Bobby Orr.
Ken?
Literally was talking about this earlier before we even jumped in the podcast here. I loved Kobe Bryant. He was my generation's Michael Jordan. I didn't grow up with Michael Jordan because I was too little to watch him. Kobe Bryant was my favorite player. It's got to be Kobe Bryant.
Steve?
Yep, I'm going to echo the same things. Kobe, I hated the guy to the maximum while he was playing. And then as I grew up and understood life more, I began to respect the player and the person he was. And I 100% is Kobe. I'm sorry. I don't follow hockey either. So Kobe all day, obviously.
Writing trivia questions for you and Dave. And sometimes Brandon, I know for a fact that nobody here, except, Dave kind of follows hockey a little bit, but I don't usually write those questions. So Shannon, who are you going to go with?
I mean, I would just echo what everybody else said and go with Kobe. I think, if nothing else, his overall cultural impact in general. I mean, don't get me wrong, Bobby Orr is a great player, but yeah, I just have to go Kobe.
Dave?
I would probably go Kobe here, but because everyone else is going Kobe, I want to give Bobby Orr some respect.
I love it.
Bobby Orr.
I love it. I love the tenacity.
Wow.
I love the respect. I'm going to go Kobe Bryant. I'm going to go Kobe Bryant. So it'll be a 5-1 win there for Kobe. So he moves on to face Jackie Robinson in what would be a rousing second round matchup. Next up, we have the 5 seed Willie Mays against the 12 seed Mike Tyson.
Ooh. That's hard.
I guess I'll start this one. I would say all due respect to Mike Tyson, but no. I got to choose Willie Mays here. I mean, he's a say-hey kid. He's one of the greatest baseball players of all time. Maybe one of the greatest catchers of all time. He has over 660 home runs, I think is what he's at. Yeah, I mean, one of the greatest baseball players ever. And Mike Tyson, yes, in the era of his dominance, when he was at his peak, is one of the greatest boxers of all time. But that being said, I just can't pick him over Willie Mays. Dave, what about you?
I have to go Willie Mays here. I think Willie Mays is one of the greatest baseball players of all time, if not the greatest. But that's obviously open for debate because of all the different eras and pitchers and rules.
Spoiler: there will be at least one other baseball player mentioned tonight.
I'm gonna have to go Willie Mays here. I know Tyson was dominant at his peak, but Mays was just dominant for so long.
Shannon.
I would have to agree with Mays. I think thinking about the just longevity of the impact of his career on the game versus Mike Tyson, I'm going with Mays.
Steve.
You know, I've been thinking about it. I'm going Tyson.
All right. That's
But
fine.
Tyson to me is the greatest heavyweight of all time. And I'm sorry, Muhammad Ali, but it's the truth. Tyson, there is no one on earth that could beat that man up in the 90s. No chance. He would kill you with just one look. That guy was a freak of nature, the greatest of his generation. And I think that if he ever fought Muhammad Ali in their primes, I think he'd win. He's the nastiest puncher to ever live.
By the way, I forgot to clear this up before we started because, again, technical issues. But if there is a tie, because there are 6 people here, the tie will go to the higher seed. So just so you know ahead of time.
Okay.
Ken.
I have to agree with Steve. I think that Mike Tyson, pound for pound, is probably the best boxer of all time. I think that if you watch any of his fights when he's in his prime, like, dude knocks guys out in like 10 seconds. Fast, just absolute bulldozer of a like boxer. Not a good person. Not a good person.
No.
But I'm going based on athlete. I just think that Mike Tyson had more of an impact on boxing and making boxing popular in the 90s. Willie Mays is a fantastic, one of the top baseball players, but also, like, I don't know, just not the quote unquote sexy pick.
Right. Okay,
Mike
so
Tyson.
Ken hates Willie Mays. Brandon, what's your pick?
No.
I'm gonna have to take Willie Mays, but Mike Tyson, I do think he makes it close. I got his stat line up here, or his record, sorry. 50 wins, 44 knockouts, 6 losses, 2 no contests. Obviously, the man was a beast. Stephen Ken said it best right there. But let me just pull up Willie Mays' stat line real quick. 24 All-Star games.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Jesus Christ.
World Series champion in 54, 2-time NL MVP in 54 and 55, Rookie of the Year, 12 Gold Gloves, Roberto Clemente Award to add on top, batting champion, 4-time home run champion, 4-time stolen base champion. All of those records right there. I think Willie Mays, like Dave was saying, a lot of people don't really consider him, or he's kind of like the quiet guy who people consider to be one of the greatest of all time. But he's definitely up there with all those dudes, whether it's Babe Ruth or anyone else you got.
So Willie Mays advances 4-2. He will face off against the winner of our 4-13 matchup, Usain Bolt against Shaquille O'Neal.
Wow. That's a good one.
One of the main reasons that I thought Shannon would be a good pick for this is there's a lot of Olympians here. And Usain Bolt is obviously one of them. So Shaq, Dave and I did not think deserved anything higher than the 13. And I think I might have pressed you for this high of a seed, Dave. I think you wanted to go lower, right?
Yeah, I mean, I just thought, like, Shaq's dominant. But, well, no, Ken's looking at me. Shaq's dominant, and he's one of the most dominant big men and basketball players. But if we're talking overall body of work, and we're talking about long-term dominance, like, Shaq couldn't even play in today's NBA.
I mean, don't ask him. He would say he'd be one of the best players in the league right now.
First of all, he can't even explain pick and roll defense. So I don't know.
Does he need to? Does he need to?
I mean, today's NBA probably, but not
The
when
way
he
they
was.
call
I'm gonna go against Dave there, saying that he wouldn't make it though. He would be fine today.
He'd be
All right,
great.
Okay, for the sake of not going 3 hours, Brandon, who was your pick here?
Although I'm not in agreement that Shaq is I think he'd be fine today. But yeah, I'm definitely going Usain Bolt. He's considered the greatest sprinter of all time to many people. Definitely me as a casual viewer, he's the one who I've heard be considered the greatest of all time the most. Shaq is definitely one of the greatest, but he's not top 10, top 15. So again, no disrespect to him. The guy's a 4-time NBA champion. He's got 15 NBA All-Stars. But Usain Bolt also holds, let me see here. He still holds the world record for 100 meter, 200 meter, 4x100. I think he's got like 8 or so golds, probably even more. I might be missing that. Yeah, I'm going Usain Bolt.
My sources tell me he's pretty fast.
I'd agree.
Ken.
I'm in shock and awe.
Don't you dare. Are you kidding?
Let's go, Ken. Give it to him, Ken. I'm with you, Ken. I'm with you, Ken.
Lack of respect.
Oh my
But on
god.
Shaquille O'Neal's
I'm with you, Ken, all the way.
Oh my
Go on.
god.
Me too.
Shaquille O'Neal in his prime is probably, if not the second maybe the best, most dominant center of all time. All
I'm with
time.
you. I'm with
The
you, Ken. All
time
the
that
way.
he played, and he played in the 90s, absolutely, with the hand checking and the defense
Wow.
and everything that – no, I'm sorry.
Today,
I don't
today,
even explain myself. Shaquille O'Neal.
today he get
Oh.
worked by Tyler Zeller.
No!
Hey,
I did that just to trigger Ken. I'm not gonna lie. I did that just to make Ken mad.
You are thinking of fat Celtic Shaq and not smooth and dominant Orlando Magic and Lakers Shaq. Get out of here with that.
Right. Well, Steve, I'm guessing you're going with Shaq as well.
Absolutely. I'm
Yeah.
full blown Shaq,
Oh,
dude. Shaq is top 10 NBA player of all time, too. Guaranteed.
Oh, boy.
Shaq, I take Shaq over Tim Duncan. Shaq
Oh.
over. Yep. I
Oh
said
my
it.
God.
Don't care.
dude. Oh my.
You
God.
heard it here first. Shaq is
I
a
will
freak of
say
nature.
this. Tim Duncan's not on this bracket.
That's what I'm talking about. Shaq is the fucking man. Put some respect on Shaq's name.
Then again, this is also sports figures in general, and I feel like Shaq's just had a bigger impact on sports than Tim Duncan has overall. But
And he's also had a bigger impact on used cars in Orlando.
moving to what I'm going to start calling the top half of reason, Shannon.
I mean, everybody that knows me knows I'm a huge Olympics fan. It doesn't matter the sport. Anytime the Olympics are on, you can find me at 4 a.m. searching the channels for whatever I can find. That being said, I have to go with Bolt. I mean, he's got, like Maxwell touched on, I think he currently still holds 3 world records. He has like 8 Olympic gold medals, not to mention other gold medals in other worldwide competitions, not exclusive to the Olympics. I think he really has brought a name to track in general. And so, yeah, you got to go with Bolt.
Dave.
I'm gonna go with Usain Bolt here, and I really didn't have to think that hard about it.
Yeah, same here. Going with Usain Bolt. I mean, I love Shaq and everything, but Usain Bolt's probably the best at what he's done of anybody in history. So, I mean,
He never lost.
it's
No,
very
it
interesting, though. It's very interesting to know Jake and Dave are Shaq haters. That's something I
It
got.
I'm not a
is.
Shaq hater,
It's
dude.
new. It's new.
I love Shaq. I just don't think
Oh,
he deserves higher than a 13 seed. I mean, I was the one that fought for that seed. Dave was going to leave him off
I
the
think-
bracket.
Whoa,
I think
whoa,
a lot of
whoa! I had him like
criticism-
14. Let's not make it like I
That's
had
true.
him.
Okay, all right, whatever. So
I think a lot of the criticism people are kind of having with his career now is more so because of his media. And it's fair. Like, he's getting rightfully criticized for being like an old, grumpy, get off my lawn type man, and
Yeah.
also being hella outdated on his terminology. Like, that's all very true. Still love watching him on Inside the NBA, especially with the Thursday night crew.
But Chuck,
Yeah. I think that Shaq was probably the single most dominant player in NBA history in terms of you just can't stop this guy. Even if he is away from the 3-point line or away at the 3-point line, he could dribble enough to where he's still going to drive you down and just dunk on you. Still, either way, he'll find a way.
all right, let's go old school here for the 6-11 matchups. The 6 seed Gordie Howe against the 11 seed Mickey Mantle. I'll start this one off. Mickey Mantle, respect him. A great Seinfeld legacy for Mickey Mantle. But that being said, I hate to just keep going with the higher seeds except for Kobe so far, but Gordie Howe has a literal stat named after him. So I can't not go with Gordie Howe. Yeah. So Dave, where do you sit on this one?
I'm gonna go with Gordie Howe because I just think knowing a little bit about hockey, and I'm not gonna pretend like I'm the most knowledgeable hockey person. And Mantle was dominant in his own right, but if we're just picking against each other, I have to go with Gordie Howe. Like you said, there's a stat named after him. If you watch highlights of Gordie Howe, it's just literally insane.
Yeah.
Like, dude, if you have 5 minutes, go to YouTube and look up Gordie Howe. Like, it's just insane some of the stuff he does. And I just think Mickey Mantle, there's a lot of baseball players that have success, not to the level that he has, obviously, but I just think that success is harder to find in hockey.
Shannon, are we going Mantle? Are we going Howe? What are we doing here?
I got to agree and go Howe. And I think he played something like 25, 26 seasons.
Play forever.
That's not something you've seen every day in any sport. Never mind hockey, where you're taking a beating every day, every game. So, yeah, got to go Howe.
Well, Dave has left us. I don't know where he went, but he might be looking up Gordie Howe video. Anyway, we got his vote at least, so that's good. Steve?
I'm going my boy Mickey Mantle.
course.
Just because I don't know much about hockey, but Mickey Mantle absolute freak, alcoholic, and the guy still put up some serious numbers. Absolute G. And I think if you put him in today's baseball and gave him a real, like a thin bat rather than this 5 foot long freaking half a tree, this guy's hitting 80 bombs at least. Shout out Mickey Mantle.
Yeah, shout out. I'm sure he's listening, Steve.
He's listening up there. He is.
He's a big listener.
I'm sure he's listening. He's gonna strike my power out after what you just said.
Yes, sir.
Ken.
I'm going to go with the majority here. Mickey Mantle was kind of a middle of the run baseball player. I think he had a big cultural impact. But
middle of the road baseball player.
he's not.
You can
Is he
crap about Shaq.
Is he top 10? Is he top 20?
Hey, if you want to talk about dominance in an era, Mickey Mantle's one of the most dominant players from his era.
Okay, but like when was he playing?
Like the 50s and the 60s.
Yeah, when all the guys were coming back from war and half the people didn't play baseball.
Oh yeah, like that Willie Mays guy. Yeah, that Willie Mays guy. He sucks too, huh?
God.
Stan Musial.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I am kind of an old-timey hater because I don't think that the competition was as good as it is in the 80s, 90s, 2000s.
No, you don't say.
But I think that Gordie Howe is an Iron Man and scores a ton and was just the best at his game before Wayne Gretzky. So, gotta go Gordie Howe.
All right, before I throw myself out this window next to me, Brandon.
Like no disrespect to either of them, but let me get Shaq. Like I don't know how either of these are above Shaq, honestly. Just to be frank.
I'm with you.
With that being said, just looking at these two stats, because obviously I know these figures, but it's not like I can really contextualize what they did because I didn't see them play. So Mickey Mantle, you got 20 All-Stars. You got 7 rings. You got 3 MVPs, triple crown, a single gold glove. And you know another wild stat? When he tripped over that sprinkler, the technology was so outdated at that time. They were like, oh, like you broke your knee. Da-da-da. He tore his ACL, MCL, and UCL. And that dude kept playing. Like he really just kept going.
I mean, you could have made up UCL, and I would just assumed it was a part of the body.
He never even got it fixed either.
Oh, there you go.
They fixed it. He played another 20 years or something like that.
And that's where the alcohol comes in.
I'll tell you what. I know who's greeting Steve at the pearly gates.
Mickey Mantle, baby.
What's the breakdown here so far? What's the
4-1?
Yeah, so just to give Mickey Mantle a little bit more love. And again,
I'm sure he appreciates it.
Big fan.
Yeah,
Loves the podcast.
He's a big fan. He's tuning in. But as far as Gordie Howe goes, just to give you some of his stats too, it looks like he won. I don't even know how many All-Star games he went to because there's too many here to count. First All-Star team looks like 12 times. Second All-Star team looks like about 9 times, won 4 rings. So he's right up there with Mantle in terms of being successful. And obviously, as far as the impact goes for their respective sports, I think Howe kind of has the leverage there. But again, I'm going to go with Mantle here just because of encompassing all that stuff and doing it all bum leg.
I like it. All right, so we all know in March Madness, sometimes you get tough draws. You just get a difficult draw. Those are different because they kind of don't think about that ahead of time. We do. We unintentionally made this a tough draw. But see if they can pull it out. The 3-14 matchup. The 14 seed is Jenny Finch, probably the greatest softball player of all time. And the 3 seed is Pele, who is probably the greatest soccer player of all time. We definitely want to put Jenny Finch on here because, like I said, probably the greatest softball player, at least the most notable softball player of all time. Pele, we think 3C was pretty satisfactory for him, especially considering the 2 and the 1 seeds. I think you guys will see by then that our hands were tied as far as putting him any higher. But all due respect to Jenny Finch here, she definitely deserves to be in the bracket, just like these teams that deserve to be in the tournament. But Pele is Pele. So that's where I stand on this one. Brandon?
My bad, I was muted.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not hating on Jenny Finch at all, but Pele, he's definitely a figure that's considered to be, I think, on that Kobe level in terms of transcending their sport and being a guy who's a respected figure across all these sports. And this is coming from someone who, let's see, when did Pele finish playing? I don't even know. Probably like the 80s, late 70s.
He played forever.
Yeah, so he was done playing with his career for longer than I've even been alive right now. and his impact is still felt so greatly. And again, Jenny Finch, definitely the best softball player of all time. She's an accomplished Olympian. It looks like she's got a gold and a silver as well. So she's definitely deserving of being on the list. But yeah, I got to go with Pele.
Ken,
I'm going upset city here. I'm picking Jenny Finch.
I love it.
I love it, Ken.
I love it.
I love Jenny Finch. I watched softball just to watch her play. She was a fantastic player, an Olympian. I'm not a big soccer guy, and which is kind of ironic because I coach middle school soccer. I don't love watching soccer though. Pele, obviously one of the greatest to do it. Once again, I'm kind of a little bit ageist. I think that players back in the day didn't have great competition. Jenny Finch had the best, and the reason why softball was kind of like a big deal when I was growing up. So I'm going Jenny Finch.
I like that, Ken. You know what, Ken? Someone's got to go against the grain here. That was good. I'm gonna go Pele though myself. I always love going down that route with you, but even I know Pele, and I don't even watch soccer at all. I know nothing about soccer, but Jenny Finch was badass, man. Jenny Finch was something else. Still is. She's still cool, but yeah, I'm rolling with Pele.
You know something else that's wild? Like, I'm looking at her career right here. She's still, I mean, she's kind of getting, in terms of softball, on that level of being the person who's always going to be considered like that. She's been retired for like 10 years now. I just looked that up. I didn't even notice that. Because you still hear her name regularly.
Yeah.
So,
Steve, who's your vote?
Pele.
All right, Shannon.
I have to agree with Ken. I have to go Jenny Finch. Speaking from my own experience, she was, somebody that I always looked up to in my softball career. She has 2 Olympic gold medals in 2004, 2008. Obviously the most known probably softball player ever to this day. An amazing competitor, all-around athlete. So, yeah, my vote's for Finch.
Dave?
I'm going to go Pele because in Kicking and Screaming, they referenced Pele.
Yeah, there you go. That's it.
So-
Pele gets the kicking and screaming vote. That's what it is.
So I feel like that count for something.
Wow. All right. Never thought that would make the difference, but sure. All right. So next up, we have the 7-10 matchup. And Ken, you're going to love this one because it's all soccer. Mia Hamm against Lionel Messi. Brandon, would you like to begin?
I could go first if you want.
yeah, I was going to say, I need a second.
Or Dave.
I'll go first. I'm taking Mia Hamm because I know very little about soccer, which is kind of sad because my mom and sister are massive soccer fans when I grew up. And I'm going to take Mia Hamm because she's the greatest women's soccer player to ever play. And that takes precedent over whatever Messi's doing right now.
That's right. She was also kind enough to marry Nomar Garciaparra. But I'm also going to go Mia Hamm. This might be kind of a hot take, and Ken knows better than anybody. We New England fans, we're spoiled. We think you got to win or you don't matter. And to me, I think Lionel Messi might be a little overrated, a little bit, just a little bit. He's a fantastic soccer player. Don't get me wrong, one of the best probably to ever play, but Argentina's never really done much with him. And soccer, you can have a player take over. So, Mia Hamm took over a lot in her career. Lionel Messi did, but I still have to go Mia Hamm. There's a reason she's the higher seed, and I think she's definitely the better player here in terms of, what we're looking at and examining sports figure-wise. So, yeah, I'm going to go Mia Hamm too. But, Shannon?
Yeah, I have to agree and also go with Hamm. I think thinking about an impact on youth sports, I think Hamm has a much larger role, especially in girls soccer. Name a bigger female soccer player you can, because she is it. So I think she culturally, has a bigger impact. I don't know much truly about her stats as far as a player, but just knowing what I do know about her, I'm gonna go with her.
Steve.
I'm gonna roll with Mia Hamm too. The only female soccer player I know, and I don't watch soccer, as you guys know, but Mia Hamm. Back in the day, she married Nomar, as you said. It was a big deal. And shout out Mia Hamm.
Cheers to true love. How about that? Let's
salute.
Raise the glass to true love. Ken, the soccer hater, has logged on.
All right, so let me rephrase a little bit here. I enjoy watching World Cup, and I particularly enjoy watching women's soccer more than men's soccer. Men's soccer is dramatic. and silly and ridiculous when they get injured, and I can't stand it. Women's soccer is tough and exciting and full of just skill, and I love watching women's soccer. And I remember watching Mia Hamm when I was growing up, so I'm taking Mia Hamm. Messi, I think you're right that he is overrated in the sense where he is an individual athlete. He can play soccer better than probably anyone else in the world, but he is not a great teammate. He'll score 6 goals, but they'll lose by 7-6. So I'm taking him.
Also a note on women's soccer. Another reason I prefer to watch women's soccer over men's soccer, especially in the U.S., is because they're elite and they win a lot, and the U.S. men don't.
They stink.
Because they are not that good.
Dude, the men are
sorry to spoil it. Landon Donovan did not make the list. Wasn't even the last cut. Brandon,
Did Freddie Adu make it?
Yeah,
We're making
so
Mia Hamm unanimous.
I've got some of Mia Hamm's career stats up here now, and just to show her pure dominance and how she won at every level all the time, kind of on a little bit of a Bill Russell here. She won all 4 years of college with North Carolina. While she was in college, she also won the FIFA World Cup. And then right after college, she came in 3rd in FIFA, won an Olympic gold, won a FIFA World Cup again, got an Olympic silver, won a FIFA 3rd place, and then got another gold. So again, Lionel Messi, obviously very dominant, probably the greatest soccer player around right now. I'm definitely a casual viewer of soccer, so I don't know every single thing about it. But as far as dominance and winning and being the greatest of their sport goes ever, I know Mia Hamm is definitely in that top 1 or 2 or 3, even if she's not even 1. Messi's obviously in that conversation, but you add the dominance in her sport with the winning, I think it definitely goes to Mia Hamm.
All right. The last matchup in this region. We're humming along here. Really, really, really good time so far. It's fun. It's fun. So the last matchup is the 2-15, and this one's going to break my heart, folks. It really is. The 2 seed Tiger Woods against the 15 seed Ichiro.
I think this has to be unanimous.
I don't think it's going to be unanimous, but I think it has to be. Look, Tiger Woods, talking about sports figures that changed their game, Tiger Woods changed golf. And as much as I love Ichiro, he's one of my favorite baseball players of all time. He really is. I love Ichiro. Backyard baseball, MVP baseball, everything. One of my favorite players. I used to copy his batting stance, everything. That being said, tough matchup. What can I tell you? 2-15, usually the 2 seed wins. And for me, I got to go with Tiger Woods. So, Dave, I think judging by what you just said, you probably agree.
Tiger Woods is one of the most decorated athletes. I mean, I get everyone's going to argue with the term athlete for golfers and for baseball players, but golf is a sport as it's defined right now. So I'm going by that. And
Golf is hard.
Golf is hard.
It is hard.
Golf is one of the hardest things you'll ever have to do. So if anyone tries to belittle golf, the skill aspect, you don't know what you're talking about because it's so hard. I suck at it. But not to derail this, but Tiger Woods is one of the most decorated athletes, and I actually like watching him golf. I don't like watching golf that much, but I actually like watching Tiger. So it changes things. He changed golf. There's a lot of people in our generation between the ages of 15 to 40 that wouldn't watch golf unless Tiger's on.
Shannon.
I'm gonna have to go with the underdog here.
I love it. Let's not make it unanimous. I love it.
I'm a Red Sox fan, but I love the Mariners, and I'm just gonna, I love Ichiro, so gonna go with it.
Steve.
I'm going Tiger. I don't even I'm the same way. I'm not a big fan of golf, but Tiger is the GOAT as far as I'm concerned, and he transcends the sport as far as anything I know about golf. So I'm going Tiger.
All right, Ken rather.
Super tough call because I think Ichiro might be one of the most pure hitters of at least the past 30 years, maybe not of all time. Just his swing, contact. He's an amazing baseball player. Love watching him. Also incredibly likable. But I have to go Tiger Woods. Transcend the game for people of color. And just in general was an absolute dominant force for about 10, 15 years. Unfortunately, he'll probably never play competitive golf again after his car accident this year last week, but I think he's one of the best to ever do it. So I gotta go Tiger.
Yeah. Brandon.
Before I pick Tiger, because I just want to go over, give Ichiro some love real quick. One of my favorite players ever. And then as far as some of the things that he's done during his career, 7 All-Star games, won the championship in Japan. And another thing that you have to give him in his defense is that me? Is that coming from me? I don't know where that sound is coming from.
Who has a video on in the background?
That was me. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's all right. That's one. I figured. That's one.
I didn't know it was me.
Sorry.
As far as Ichiro goes, 7 All-Star games. And what's funny too, 10 All-Star. When he first came to MLB, his first year there, that was one of the best seasons in MLB history. The Mariners, I can't remember how many games they won, like 116 or some crazy number like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that was really the only good year they had. He was on one of the most trash franchises in baseball in terms of the winning goes. They did Felix dirty, not dirty because they love their time there, so that's definitely a plus. But in terms of just being competitive, they did Felix dirty, they did Ichiro dirty, plenty of other players, Ken Griffey. I mean, I guess you could argue A-Rod, even though he kind of didn't want to go back there and they didn't want him back either. But they had plenty of good players where they kind of ruined things. So the lack of success in the MLB on Ichiro's side isn't against him at all. And also just him transcending internationally, becoming one of the most recognizable and popular athletes in the United States, coming over from Japan, in his mid or late 20s. So Ichiro, in many ways, is one of the best baseball players of all time that you won't really hear about. One of the greatest hitters, definitely. But as far as Tiger Woods goes, just reading over his stats real quick. 5 Masters, 4 PGA championships, 3 U.S. Opens, 3 Open championships. He's obviously right now one of the top 2 or 3 golfers ever. I'd probably say he's the best ever. And then definitely in terms of the impact he had, I really don't think anyone will watch golf to the same level as when Tiger was on his peak. And golf will still definitely be popular. I'm not saying that. But as far as its peak going and mass viewership and getting casual people watching it from all over the country, Tiger kind of had a very unique skill there. And then also another thing that works in his favor, people don't really think about it, but he kind of had that child celebrity status where people were like all in his life, his entire upbringing from the time when he was very little. Obviously, he had a very difficult time with his father being very militant with him playing golf to the point where he was like literally doing military training, and then all the ups and downs and whatnot. And then obviously with this accident that just happened very recently from the time we're talking. So if he never plays golf again, which it looks like he won't, I still have him being the greatest ever. So I got to go with Tiger.
All right. We'll move on now to the Michael Jordan region. He is the 1 seed in his region. And Emily, you want to listen up for this one. The 1 seed Michael Jordan against the 16 seed Apollo Anton Ono. Yeah, well, Emily, it's a miracle he made the bracket to begin with.
Wow.
Oh my God.
I mean, for the sake of time, should I just put the 6-0 next to Jordan?
Please.
Jordan.
I'm taking the underdog.
Well, that's fine. He's gonna win anyway.
5-1.
I'd even hated on Apollo Anton Ono.
I'll tell you what. In the facial hair argument, he wins every time.
But can you even name another speed skater, really? Like, is there even another person that
can you name another
in
Michael
this sport?
Jordan, though?
So
And let me just give Apollo Anton Ono his flowers real quick. 2 Olympic golds, 2 Olympic silvers, 4 Olympic bronzes, 8 world championships, 7 silvers, 6 bronzes in the world championships.
Let me give him his flowers.
Like as far as his sport goes, I mean, Shannon's right. He's definitely like the only speed skater you could think of. But I mean, I'm not even gonna say anything about MJ because it's all been said.
Right. Well, Dave will be back at some point. Anyway, the 8-9 matchup, a little bit harder. Jerry Rice against David Beckham.
Ooh, I like this one.
So I'll make it quick because again, I think we could spend a little bit more time on the next round. So I'm just gonna go quick here. This is very difficult, but I still think I'm gonna lean Jerry Rice. Dave?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Jerry Rice here. I mean, Beckham is obviously a huge figure, but I'm going Jerry Rice. I love Jerry Rice.
Shannon?
I have to agree.
Yeah, it's tough. I do like David Beckham a lot, but I mean, if we're talking about marriages to Spice Girls, David Beckham wins. But as far as sports figure, Steve?
Jerry Rice, hardcore #1 receiver of all time. One day Michael Thomas will pass him, but until that day, Jerry Rice is #1.
You mean other than Jabbar Gaffney? You mean, right?
Yep.
Ken,
Jerry Rice. There's no question here.
Mr. Maxwell, is it a clean sweep?
Yeah, Jerry Rice is the greatest receiver of all time. And David Beckham, like, I know he was a good soccer player, but was he even really that good? I feel like he was more of a celebrity than anything.
That's why it's
He's
sports
handsome.
figures, my friend.
So, you know what? David Beckham, another guy I'd replace with Shaq. Jerry
Well, you know what? Shaq's not making it to the second round, so there's that.
Rice, David Beckham.
Talk about brutal draws. The 5 seed Billie Jean King against the 12 seed Peyton Manning. Yeah, this isn't even a call. This isn't even a close call. It's Billie Jean King. I mean, all she did for tennis, the battle of the sexes, she's one of the most influential sports figures of all time. And Peyton Manning, until he got carried to a Super Bowl a couple times, was just a really good regular season player. So, yeah, it's Billie Jean King, and it's not even particularly close for me. Dave?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Billie Jean King as well. I thought Peyton was obviously dominant, but I think Billie Jean King is just what she did for tennis is just way outweighs what Peyton Manning did.
I know what Brandon's thinking, and it's Shaq is a lower seed than Peyton Manning, which yes, he is. But okay, good. I want to make sure we're on the same page here.
I think you're kind of underrated Peyton Manning like a lot.
I don't think I am. No, I think you're right. But there's a lot of people we had to get on here.
Like I'll probably, and I'm gonna go over their stats quickly. I'll probably pick Billie Jean King too, but like you get definitely Patriot-fied Peyton Manning's career right there. Carried to 2 Super Bowls, like one of them, the fourth one, they would have been 1-15 without him. Like, and
Right.
this is coming from someone who, when people even bring him in the conversation with Tom Brady, I kind of laugh because yes, he was a great regular season QB, and yes, he's one of the greatest QBs of all time. I think he's top 3 or 4, but Brady, I think, is in a category. Like, we'll get to him.
We will. He's actually in this quadrant. We'll get to him.
You went low on Peyton Manning. 2 Super Bowls, 5 MVPs. 5 MVPs. That's huge.
Well, he's on the bracket, so I mean, there's that.
MVP, Offensive Player of the Year. Many people would consider him, like I said, one of the top 2 or 3 greatest quarterbacks ever, and would probably have him higher on this list. Also, as far as his records go, many of them unmatched for a very long time. But Billie Jean King, just going off here real quick, looks like she had 5 Wimbledon championships, 4 U.S. Opens, French Open, Australia Open, Grand Slam doubles. She won in doubles. She won in singles. She won in mixed doubles, as you already mentioned. Pretty much every single way that you could play tennis, she was dominant in. And just going over her overall career record, 695 and 155, she won 82% of the time she
Pretty
stepped
good.
on that tennis court.
That's pretty good. I mean,
With her.
also, I will say this for Peyton Manning, to steal your phrase, Brandon, I'll give him his flowers. Maybe one of the best SNL sketches of all time featured Peyton Manning.
Oh, I love the one
Yeah.
where he throws the football at the kids.
Yeah, that was-
United Way, when he's teaching him how to
Good.
he's teaching him how to use the hanger to break into a car.
Oh, I love it.
Ken.
I'm gonna go Peyton Manning here. I think that Peyton Manning was unfortunate to play against Tom Brady in his career. If he played in any other era, he probably would have been the best and had maybe like 6 or 7 Super Bowls under his belt. So when you play against Tom Brady, you don't win. So that's just how it goes.
And Ken knows that better than anybody. Steve.
Give me Billie Jean King here. Greatest women tennis player of all time. Billie Jean is not my lover. Billie Jean, give me here.
Just beautifully exquisite. Shannon.
Ignoring the fact that I'm really not a Peyton Manning fan, I will give him credit for his career, but I got to go Billie Jean King here.
5-1 win there for Billie Jean King. Moving on, we have a really old school matchup here. The 4 seed is Jesse Owens against the 13 seed Jerry West.
Hitler.
Yes, Jesse Owens beat Hitler. So that's really all I have to say about this.
Jesse Owens. Jerry West was fine. Jesse Owens.
Jerry West is on here because he was the logo and he was also one of the greatest of his era. But yeah, I mean, I got to go Jesse Owens here. I mean,
He beat Hitler.
Beat Hitler. I mean, that's really all I got. That's all I have to say about this. He beat Hitler.
Yeah, Jerry West, another guy. I mean,
my
he's
God.
13,
Don't- If you say the name Shaquille O'Neal, Brandon, I swear to God.
I'll just say, hey, Landon Donovan even.
Oh my
Oh my God.
Jerry West is definitely an excellent basketball player, definitely very culturally relevant, also as an executive, one of the best ever. That's really low key and not a lot of people think about. He helped orchestrate the Lakers dynasty. He helped orchestrate the Warriors dynasty. He's with the Clippers right now, so we'll see how that goes. So Jerry West, as far as his entire career in basketball goes, definitely very exceptional. But with Jesse Owens, as far as that Olympics in Berlin goes, him winning gold, I feel like is like winning 10 of them, because you had Hitler with his whole entire talk of eugenics and this and that, all riding on this, and he just whipped them every single time. Let me just read this for you real quick. Gold in 100 meters, gold in 200 meters, gold in 4x4 relay, gold in long jump. He just came and swept the board. He won every single thing he competed in and got the gold. He came in, did the job, and left Hitler, looking,
I love it.
feeling sad, feeling very, very angered, which is what you want, because he's a horrible person. So there we go, Jesse Owens.
That's right. Jesse Owens for America, baby. Shannon?
Hell yeah.
For me, it's not even a question. Jesse Owens.
Steve?
Same here. Jesse Owens all day.
That's clean sweep, baby. Can't
Let me just get a fuck Hitler.
dude.
Fuck Hitler.
This second round is gonna be real tough. Jesse Owens and Billie Jean King. Can't wait for that. All right. Next up, the 6 seed Bo Jackson against the 11 seed Lou Gehrig.
Good one.
This is real tough. We felt like this was an appropriate matchup because these are two guys whose careers were cut short, very unfortunately, by either injury or ailment or sickness or something. This is real tough. I think I might pull the upset here. I'm gonna go Lou Gehrig. Only because while Bo Jackson was a very important sports figure, I feel like Lou Gehrig had the better career overall. He was on a great lineup with the Yankees and everything. I understand that, but I think everything he went through and everything that he stands for, and everything his legacy in baseball, I think I'm gonna have to lean Lou Gehrig here. I'm probably gonna lose, and that's fine. But Dave, what say you?
I'm gonna go with Bo Jackson strictly because he played 2 sports really well.
This is
And
true.
I think that's just so incredibly difficult that I just think there's just nothing you can say that tops that to me.
It's ironic too, because Deion Sanders did not make the bracket. He did the same thing.
Kyler Murray.
People had to get. You said Kyler Murray?
Yeah.
He did not make the cut.
Lou Stanton.
Shannon, are you leaning Bo Jackson or Lou Gehrig?
Jake, I think I have to agree with you as far as the overall impact on the game and go Lou Gehrig.
This is. I like where this is going. Steve?
I'm going Lou Gehrig too. He won a couple MVPs, many All-Stars, one of the game's great players. Bo was badass, awesome athlete. Loved everything about what he contributed to both sports, and he had a lot of fun too. But when I think of how great a player is, I think about Lou Gehrig. So
Now remember, tie does go to the higher seed. So Ken and Brandon can swing this whole thing right now. Ken?
I'm just gonna throw it out there. I will go for the guy. So sorry, I think I'm
Yeah.
Are we echoing again?
Yep.
I don't think it's me this time.
Is it me?
I don't know.
We made it through one time. We'll make it through again.
It was Dave.
There's Dave.
But no, it's
All
not Dave.
I'll just go into mine. So I'm once again down with the old guys, up with the cool guys. Bo Jackson was one of the most dynamic and cool players. I remember just watching highlights of him. Fantastic athlete. Probably would have been one of the better to do it if he didn't get hurt. I love Bo Jackson.
This is so nice. We have the Pilgrim grads all up top now. That's so cute. Oh shit! Now I forget where we're at. So Brandon, you're the decisive vote here. If you pick Bo Jackson, he wins.
That's what I'm gonna do.
All right.
Lou Gehrig, I definitely give him his props. Just pulling this up real quick, and it's very timely too. MLB just announced they were gonna have what are they just straight up calling it Lou Gehrig Day? But they're gonna have a whole entire representation for ALS awareness going on throughout the season, as well as I can't remember the date. I think it was July 2nd or something like that. But that's very impactful. Only a few players in baseball history have gotten that type of recognition or status. Obviously, Gehrig, his career was cut short because of ALS. He has one of the most iconic speeches of all time: 7 All-Stars, 6 rings, 2 MVPs, Triple Crown, batting champion, home run leader 3 times. Definitely one of the greatest players ever. But in this case, I'm going to go for the good time and not the long time. Bo Jackson, many people would consider him to be the greatest athlete ever. Already mentioned 2-sport athlete. His career was definitely cut short by all of the injuries. But as far as the things that people say he could do, it's almost like mythical, the status that he was at. And for that reason, and also because my uncle, despite being one of the biggest Yankees fans I know, would kill me if I didn't pick Bo Jackson because he's his favorite athlete ever. I'm going to do that. I'm going to pick Bo Jackson.
All right. Moving on, the 3-14 matchup. Speaking of really difficult draws, the 3 seed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar against the 14 seed Megan Rapinoe. I love Megan Rapinoe. This is really tough. I really love Megan Rapinoe. I think she's done a lot for women's soccer, and she's right up there as one of the greatest players of all time in the sport. But I think Dave knows this. Maybe Maxwell knows this too. I'm like one of the biggest Kareem stans of all time. I love Kareem. You can make an argument that Kareem is the best high school, college, and basketball player of all time. So I have to go Kareem here. Dave?
I'm gonna go Megan Rapinoe here. I think she's so dominant as a female soccer player, as just a soccer player in general. Forget female. She's just a dominant soccer player. And the Olympic success that they've had as a team, what she's been a major part of, I think probably sways it in her favor, in my opinion. I know Kareem is obviously an all-time great. He's the leading scorer in the NBA history. But if we're talking about figures, I think it's really, really close, but I'm going to go Megan Rapinoe.
Shannon?
I'm going to agree with Dave and go Megan Rapinoe. I think she's right up there with Mia Hamm as far as being an iconic women's soccer player. And that's pretty much all I have to say about her.
Brent?
No disrespect to Megan Rapinoe. Definitely very accomplished. She's got the gold in her belt. She must have been on prior teams as well, so she's probably got multiple medals. But as far as Kareem goes, he's very comparable, in my opinion, especially at the stats I'm going to read off, to Willie Mays in terms of where they are in their sport. Kind of like a low-key GOAT. But just reading off his stats here. And obviously a lot of people have Kareem up in there, like top 2 or 3, so it's not like I'm saying anything crazy here. But 6 rings, 2 finals MVPs, 6 MVPs, 19 NBA All-Stars, or All-Star appearances, 10 times first team, Rookie of the Year, All-Rookie first team, 2-time scoring champion, rebounding champion, most points ever. He also won 2 rings as an assistant coach with the Lakers as well in 2009 and 2010. As far as his points go, he's got 38,387. LeBron, as of right now, I think if he scores 24 or 25 points a game, is on pace to beat him in about 2 or 3 years. But Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, definitely, he still gets my vote just because of all that dominance. Also, his cultural impact. Megan Rapinoe is great, but I definitely, and not to compare the two, because I think what they do is both incredible and both very impactful. But I think that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is kind of on a level that's second to none. Very respected figure. Anytime you hear anything significant going on in the country, you kind of, or at least me, I definitely look forward to seeing what he has to say about it as well. So I'm going to pick him.
Yeah, I got to go Kareem Abdul-Jabbar too. Probably the best center of all time. I think Shaq is like a top 3. I think Kareem's number 1. Very easy. I know Megan Rapinoe is a great athlete, great soccer player, but I think that just Kareem is just he's one of the best to do it. Top 5 player of all time.
So we are going to, for time's sake, rapid fire the rest of the first round. So that is, I believe Kareem has 3 votes to 2. Steve, what do you got?
Kareem all day. All right, let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Let's go. Let's do this.
Bang it out.
It's 4-2. All right. So the next matchup, the 7 seed Rafa Nadal against the 10 seed Maya Moore. I'm gonna go Maya Moore. Dave?
Maya Moore.
Shannon?
Moore.
Maxwell?
You know what? I'm going to go Maya Moore as well.
I love it. Ken?
Upset. I go Nadal.
All right. Maya Moore wins the 4-2 win there for the 10 seed. And as I said, he was going to come up this round. Tough draw. But the 2 seed Tom Brady against the 15 seed Katie Ledecky. Brady.
Sorry.
Brady, but Ledecky's awesome.
Yeah, she's dominant too.
Yep. Shannon?
Brady, but shout out to Ledecky.
Ken, just want to hear you say it.
Brady is the greatest quarterback of all time.
That's all I want from you. All right. Let's move to the Muhammad Ali region. The easiest pick of all time, folks. The 1 seed Muhammad Ali against the 16 seed Jimmy Johnson.
Shout out Jimmy Johnson for making the list, though. Hello.
Yep, the only race car driver who did.
I like it.
Considered the best race car driver?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, I mean, it's Muhammad Ali. Like, come on.
Muhammad, yeah.
Come on. Like, come
Yeah,
on.
it's gotta be Ali.
Next.
All right, I'm just going to do the 6-0 for that one. Next up, I love the 8-9 matchups. Always so tough. Rapid fire. Lisa Leslie against Barry Bonds.
Oh my God, this is the hardest one before.
I'm going Lisa Leslie.
Lisa
Dave,
Leslie.
Barry Bonds.
Dave?
Lisa Leslie.
Brandon?
Get to me last.
For Ken?
Barry Bonds.
Brandon?
Damn, Lisa Leslie.
All right. Well, she was going to win either way. So, all right. Next up, another pretty tough draw. The 5 seed Wilt Chamberlain against the 12 seed Abby Wambach.
Oof.
Again, I'm like one of the biggest Wilt stands ever, so I got to go with Wilt. Steve said Wilt. Dave?
I'm gonna go Wilt.
Shannon?
Well,
Maxwell?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Wilt too.
Ken?
Abby Wambach.
All right. He's playing spoiler. I like it.
I like it.
All right. Next up, old school, Jim Brown against Joe DiMaggio.
Jim Brown.
It's got to be Jim Brown. Yeah.
I'm gonna give it to Jim Brown as well.
Dave?
Jim Brown. Yeah.
Ken?
Jim Brown.
Jim Brown.
Sweet. I love it. Next up, old versus new. Roger Federer against Arnold Palmer.
Wow.
I went against Nadal. I'm not going against Federer though. I'm gonna go Federer. Dave?
Arnold Palmer makes a great drink, but I'm gonna take Federer.
All right. Federer is the it's 2-0 Shannon.
I would have said the exact same thing that Dave just said.
Right. Maxwell?
Sorry, Arnold.
Ken?
Gotta take Federer. Palmer just like literally smoked cigarettes and like drank booze while he like did the thing. So I mean that's cool, but gotta go Federer.
Steve?
Federer all day.
That's a sweet, baby. I love it. Next up, number 3 seed Simone Biles against the 14 seed Barry Sanders. Yeah, I mean Simone Biles is probably the best gymnast of all time. So yeah, that's my pick.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Maxwell?
Yeah, Biles. If you ever see the videos of like the percentage of, I don't even know what it is. It's a small percentage of chances that anyone other than her could do anything that she does.
Yeah, dude, it's wild. It's wild. That was Shannon, Maxwell, Dave.
Simone Biles. She might be the greatest athlete of all time.
That's true. Steve?
Biles, easy.
Ken?
Clean sweep, baby.
Shout out Barry Sanders. Great running back.
For sure.
He's not Simone Biles.
Really tough draw. He's just not Simone Biles.
Also, respect to him for leaving early.
That's true. That's
Got out
true.
what he wanted.
Good one here.
Uh,
Good
Just
matchup.
like Calvin Johnson. The 7-10 matchup, Magic Johnson and the 10 seed Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm going Magic. I don't like Ronaldo at all. So, yeah. Dave?
I'm gonna go with Magic.
All right. Shannon?
I'll go Ronaldo.
Steve?
I'm gonna go worldly over here and say Ronaldo.
All right. Maxwell?
It's hard because Cristiano Ronaldo is probably the biggest athlete in the world. But I'm still gonna pick Magic.
And Ken?
Shout out Magic, but also shout out Ronaldo's terrible bust that was made of his face that looked terrible.
Yeah.
True. Maybe the worst bust of all time. And the 2 seed, LeBron James against the 15 seed Naomi Osaka.
This is
Yeah, I mean, I love Osaka. Like in maybe 5 years, she might be like an 8 or a 9 seed, but I gotta go LeBron here, like no doubt. Dave?
Yeah, LeBron.
Maxwell?
yeah, give her some time and she'll be a lot higher on this list. But yeah, LeBron all day. Sorry.
Shannon.
man.
LeBron.
Gotta go LeBron as well.
I said
Ronnie.
Shannon, but sure.
I heard
Steve?
Ron.
All right. And moving on to the final region for the first round as we're moving along here. I love it. We might rapid fire through the final 4, honestly, so Ken
Yeah,
can
sure.
stay with us the whole time. The Serena Williams region. The 1 seed Serena Williams, and she was the number 1 overall seed, so this is the last player in, was Mario Lemieux. I mean, I might as well put the 6-0, right?
Yes, sir.
Or should
Yeah,
I
yeah.
say 6-love?
Go!
Oh,
Hey.
Hey!
Any.
He's got served. Yeah.
Joke. Yeah. Thanks for
Grand
showing
slam.
up, Mario Lemieux, probably the second greatest hockey player of all time. Thanks for showing up.
Thanks for showing up. Yeah.
The 8-9 matchup: Larry Bird against Jack Nicklaus. I'm going Larry Bird, baby.
I'm going.
I'm just laughing really quick because I always think of the Nick Kroll sketch where he plays Larry Bird, and it kills me.
Ken.
We're gonna go Jack Nicklaus.
All right, Dave.
Larry Bird.
Steve.
Bird.
Shannon.
Bird.
Brandon.
Larry Bird.
All right, Larry Bird gets that 5-1 victory.
Damn.
Next up, I'm sorry, Deion Sanders did make the bracket. What am I talking about? He just got a really hard matchup. Bill Russell against Deion Sanders. I mean, come on. Come on now.
It's
Come
Bill
on.
Russell.
It's Bill Russell. I mean, come on now. Is anybody not saying Bill Russell? Let's put it that way.
It's me.
Okay.
It's
And
me.
you're kidding me, right?
Deion Sanders, baby.
Wow.
Well, congratulations. Your one vote means nothing. The 4 seed Hank Aaron against the 13 seed Lawrence Taylor.
Damn.
This is tough.
It's not tough for me. It's Hank Aaron. It's not
I'm
even
going
close.
Hammer and Hank.
Yeah, it's not even close.
I'm going
Shannon?
Hank too. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Hank Aaron.
Maxwell?
Yeah, I'm going Hank too, all things considered. But Lawrence Taylor is definitely a very dominant player, but definitely Hank.
And Ken.
Lawrence Taylor.
This guy's just a stick in the mud, huh? All right. All right. Maybe my favorite matchup, just from a pure generational standpoint of what it would look like if these two men fought each other. Floyd Mayweather versus Babe Ruth.
Oh, that's amazing.
When I tell you I fought tooth and nail to get Floyd Mayweather as low as I could because I can't stand him, I did, and Dave can tell you. That being said, I'm just going to say Floyd Mayweather. Thank God it's rapid fire because I don't want to say anything else about him. So, yeah, I'm going Mayweather. Dave?
Mayweather.
Shannon?
Mayweather.
Maxwell?
Yeah, it's Mayweather.
Steve?
Babe Ruth.
All right. Ken?
Absolutely, Babe Ruth.
All right. Well, absolutely is not
Fuck
quite.
the
All right.
Mayweathers.
Absolutely. Oh,
Speaking of really, really difficult draws, the 3 seed Michael Phelps against the 14 seed The Kid.
oh. Come on.
All due respect to Ken Griffey Jr., but he did not win 8 gold medals in 1 Olympics. So, yeah, I'm going Michael Phelps. Shannon?
Yeah, I also have to go Phelps.
Dave?
Phelps.
Maxwell?
Definitely Phelps. And I was also, like, a few days ago, I was just randomly thinking about those Olympics that Phelps was in. I was just watching a few of those videos, and bro, this dude just wipes everyone. Like,
Unbelievable.
they're just there. They're like, all right, if I get second place, that's my goal. Because there's not even any point even thinking about competing with him. Michael Phelps.
All right. And Steve?
I'm going the Ken route and saying Ken Griffey Jr. Let's go.
And Ken?
Ken Griffey Jr., baby.
Yeah.
I like it. You're playing with house money. It's good. All right. The 7-10 matchup. Joe Montana against Roberto Clemente. I'm going Roberto Clemente. I love Roberto Clemente. I like Joe Montana, but I'm definitely riding the upset here. Dave?
I'm going to take Clemente as well.
Shannon?
You know, I'm also going to take Clemente.
Brandon?
One of my favorite players ever. Got a picture of him on my wall. Roberto
Joe
Clemente.
Montana. Steve?
I'm going Roberto Clemente as well.
Ken?
It's a 6-0 sweep.
Oh, that's a sweep. Right there.
Wow.
That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. And the
Cool,
last
let's go.
first round matchup. Wayne Gretzky against Julius Erving. I mean, Wayne Gretzky is the best hockey player of all time, so this is a no-brainer for me. It's Wayne Gretzky.
Gretzky.
Ben?
Gretzky.
All right, Maxwell.
Love Dr. J, but he's another one who I don't know if I'd have him on this list per se. Definitely one of the greatest of all time. But yeah, Wayne Gretzky. He is
Ken.
the greatest of all time.
The great one.
Steve, our hockey expert.
Give me 100 shots. You don't take it. Whatever the fuck. Gretzky all day.
Right, baby. All right, we are into the second round. We're going to rapid fire this one, too. We're back to the Robinson region. The 1 seed, Jackie Robinson, against the 9 seed, Kobe Bryant. All due respect to Kobe, but Jackie Robinson is Jackie Robinson for a reason, so I'm going with the 1 seed here. Dave?
I'm going to go Gretzky.
That's not what we're talking about. But yes.
Why is Gretzky up?
Yeah. What? Oh, I'm sorry. I don't have the matchups anymore. I'm sorry. I'm verbalizing them now.
Oh, okay.
Robinson against Kobe.
Oh, Robinson.
Yeah. Shannon?
Yeah, Robinson.
Maxwell.
It's a tough one, but I'm giving it to Jackie. Excuse me.
Steve?
Yeah, this is painful because Kobe ran into the meat grinder here with Jackie Robinson, but
True.
I'm going Jackie. Obviously, gotta
Ken?
go.
Just gonna give my favorite player of all time one vote, so it's not a 6-0 sweep.
All right, that's fine. I respect it. Next up is the 5 seed Willie Mays against the 4 seed Usain Bolt. This is really difficult. I'm gonna go Usain Bolt, just barely, but I'm gonna go Bolt. Dave?
I'm gonna go Bolt as well.
Ken?
Also Bolt.
Maxwell?
It's a coin flip, but I'm gonna go Bolt.
Ken?
Bolt.
Steve?
Willie Mays.
All right, I love it. We're not going clean sweep. That's good. This is an easy one, folks. The 6 seed Gordie Howe against the 3 seed Pele. I'm going Pele all day, baby. Dave?
I'm gonna go Pele.
Ken?
Yeah, I'll also go Pele.
Steve?
Pele.
Ken?
Pele, baby.
And Brandon?
I'm gonna go with Pele as well.
Gordie Howe hit the bricks.
Goodbye.
All right, the 7. Oh, this is. I don't feel good about this. The 7 seed Mia Hamm against the 2 seed Tiger Woods. This is really. I don't like kicking Mia Hamm out at this stage because I love Mia. You know, I'm gonna give her the vote because I know Tiger Woods will win. So I'm gonna say Mia Hamm. Dave.
Tiger Woods. I'll never vote against him.
Shannon.
Not
Yeah,
yet.
yeah.
Ken.
Tiger Woods.
Brandon.
This is another tough one because I highlighted Mia Hamm's dominance, and it was more than I even recognized. But it's very hard to go up against Tiger Woods. So I'm gonna go with Tiger.
Steve.
Tiger.
All right, it's 4-2 win. Moving on, we have Michael Jordan, the 1 seed, against Jerry Rice, the 8 seed, arguably the best at what they did. I'm still going Michael Jordan. Dave.
Michael Jordan.
Shannon.
Michael Jordan. Vote for him
Brandon?
this round.
Right.
Give me MJ.
Ken.
Jerry Rice.
All right, Steve.
Jerry Rice.
All right,
Shout out, Ken.
that's a 4-2 win for MJ. Billie Jean King, the 5 seed, against Jesse Owens, the 4 seed. Oh my God, there's no way to win this one. I'm still going Jesse Owens. Dave.
I'm gonna go Jesse Owens as well.
Shannon.
Billie Jean King.
Ken.
Suck a stiffy Hitler. We're going Jesse Owens.
Brandon.
What Ken said.
Right. Steve.
Yep. Jesse Owens, please.
All right, Jesse Owens. Can't go wrong with Jesse Owens. The 6 seed Bo Jackson against the 3 seed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I'm going Kareem all day. Dave.
Well, are we going by our bracket or by the general one?
What do you mean?
Well, because I didn't have Kareem in mind.
Oh no, we're just going by the general one.
Okay, well then I'm gonna go Kareem.
This is a family bracket, Dave. Whoever wins, we advance.
I just wanted to make sure. I'll pick Kareem.
Right. Shannon.
I'm also gonna pick Kareem.
Brandon.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Kareem. He's got the longevity.
Kareem.
And Steve.
The dream.
All right, that's a clean sweep right there. And the 10 seed Maya Moore against the 2 seed Tom Brady. Oh my goodness, what an absolute! This is the URI Duke draw from a couple of years ago.
I'm sorry, Maya.
Yeah, I love Maya Moore, but I gotta go. I have to go Tom Brady here. Like I have to.
Yep.
Ken, Shannon, Brandon, any disagreement?
Yeah. No.
Tom Brady.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Maya Moore's great. She does a lot of great things. Tom Brady.
Right.
With him.
The 1 seed Muhammad Ali against the 8 seed Lisa Leslie. Yeah, I'm going Muhammad Ali here.
Muhammad Ali.
I'm gonna go Lisa Leslie.
All right, Brandon.
Man, I love Lisa Leslie. Oh, there's feedback again, I think, for a second. No, we're good. I love Lisa Leslie, but with that said, I gotta go with the other. Sorry.
Ken.
Muhammad Ali.
Steve.
Muhammad Ali. Cassius Clay.
5-1. All right, the 5 seed Wilt Chamberlain against the 4 seed Jim Brown. I am going to go with the upset. I'm going Wilt Chamberlain. Dave.
I'm gonna go Jim Brown.
Shannon.
Chamberlain.
Ken.
Jim Brown.
Dave. I'm not Dave. Steve.
Jim Brown.
And Brandon.
Many still consider him the best running back ever. Jim Brown.
It's a 4-2 win for Jim Brown. The 6 seed Roger Federer against the 3 seed Simone Biles. Thanks for coming, Roger. Simone Biles gets my vote. Dave.
Biles.
Shannon.
She frozen.
Shannon, did we lose her?
It's frozen.
It's frozen.
Oh no, that's unfortunate.
I lost you guys, but I'm back,
Miles?
and I'm obviously voting for Simone. Yeah.
Right, Brandon,
Yeah, Simone Biles all day.
Ken,
Samesies.
Steve.
Same.
Let's do it. It's a sweep. First one of the round. Magic Johnson, the 7 seed against LeBron James, the 2 seed. God bless you, Magic. Thanks for coming, LeBron James.
LeBron.
Ken,
LeBron.
Steve,
LeBron James.
Brandon,
Yeah, LeBron.
LeBron James.
LeBron.
Okay, that's a 6-0. All right, and the final region. Serena Williams, the 1 seed against Larry Bird, the 8 seed. This hurts me more than you can imagine, being a Celtics fan, but the obvious answer is Serena Williams. Okay. If
Serena.
Shannon,
Oh, yeah.
Serena.
Ken,
Serena.
Steve,
Serena.
Brandon.
Don't even have to ask me. Serena.
The 5 seed Bill Russell against the 4 seed Hank Aaron. Oh my God, that's really
Wow.
difficult.
God.
I might lose, but I'm going Bill Russell. It's a homer pick, but I'm going Bill Russell. Dave,
Bill Russell all day.
Ken,
Hank Aaron.
okay, Brandon,
I don't even want to pick here. Damn, I'm gonna go with Bill Russell.
Shannon,
Hank Aaron.
Steve.
Bill Russell.
Oh, that's the decisive vote. Bill Russell will be upset. All right. The 6 seed Floyd Mayweather against the 3 seed Michael Phelps. Oh dear Lord.
Easy for me.
Dave, I'll throw this one to you first.
I feel like I have to go Michael Phelps here. Michael
Okay.
Phelps.
Shannon,
Phelps.
Ken,
Absolutely Phelps.
Steve,
Easiest Phelps ever.
Ken.
Give me Michael Phelps.
Goodbye,
All right, I'm gonna
Floyd.
go Phelps. We'll do a sweep there. Ooh, I do not feel good about this. The 10 seed Roberto Clemente against the 2 seed Wayne Gretzky. I don't feel good about this at all. I don't like this.
Mhm.
I regret this. I'm ending the podcast. Have a good night, everybody. Oh man, dude. I really hate doing this, but I have to go with Gretzky. He's the best hockey player of all time. I mean, beating Joe Montana is a very good thing. That's like you or I beating Oklahoma in the first round. Like, great thing, great accomplishment, but you ran into a buzzsaw. So I'm going Gretzky. Dave,
Gretzky.
Shannon,
Gretzky.
Brandon,
I'm also gonna go with Wayne Gretzky.
Ken,
Clemente. Absolute travesty.
Clemente all day. I thought he had a chance.
Even Ken.
It's close, but I mean, Gretzky is still considered greatest hockey, and I think that definitely has a lot of weight. Because I mean, when you look at other sports,
Yeah.
I mean, we'll get into it, but Gretzky, I feel like no one even questions. Like even Michael Jordan, you kind of have some people who have other players.
I'm renaming this episode Operation Get Ken to the Finals right now. We're getting Ken out of here by the time he needs to leave. We're doing it. All right, the Sweet 16. Are we ready?
Yep.
Okay. The Jackie Robinson region. The 1 seed Jackie Robinson against the 4 seed Usain Bolt. You know what? Usain Bolt can hang that banner. Sweet 16. Good for him. Yeah, it's Jackie Robinson for me. Dave?
Jackie Robinson.
Ken?
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to vote for Usain Bolt, but I have to go Jackie Robinson.
Ken?
Jackie Robinson.
Steve?
Jackie Robinson.
And Brandon?
I'm also gonna go with Jackie Robinson.
That's what we call a clean sweep, folks. The 3 seed Pele against the 2 seed Tiger Woods. I'm going Pele here, baby. I'm riding the underdog. Dave?
I'm gonna go Tiger Woods here.
All right, screw you. The podcast is over. 200 episodes. We had a good run. Steve?
Tiger.
Ken?
Tiger Woods.
Shannon?
I haven't gone Tiger yet, but this round I have to.
All right, Brandon?
Give me El Tigre.
All right. Well, I thought I was beginning a hot take there. I guess not. All right. The 1 seed Michael Jordan against the 4 seed Jesse Owens.
Ooh.
Dave, you'll take this one. Dave, I'll punt this one to you.
Just really quickly, just a reminder, Michael Jordan once had a Hitler mustache.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh man.
I'm reconsidering even posting this episode. We have gone so off the rails. I've lost control. I try to rein it in. I've lost control entirely.
I am going to take Jesse Owens.
I like that. You know, I'm rolling too. I'm rolling Jesse Owens. Shannon?
Yeah, Jesse Owens.
Ken?
Jesse Owens.
Oh, that's an upset. Brandon?
Wow. Love me, Jesse. I'm gonna pick MJ in this case, though. But I'm happy
Steve?
to go on.
MJ.
All right, that's a 4-2 win. Jesse Owens with the upset.
Michael
the 3
Jordan.
seed-
Wow.
Yeah, he gets knocked out in the Sweet 16.
That's
I
a
was
shot.
probably gonna pick him every time.
Wow.
The
We do.
3 seed Kareem against the 2 seed Tom Brady. I gotta go Brady. I can't not go Brady.
Brady.
Yeah, Shannon,
I can't not go Brady.
Brandon,
I mean, you know what I'm picking, but who was the other? I couldn't hear it.
Kareem,
Oh yeah, sorry, Kareem. Yeah, tough.
Ken,
At this point, I'm voting Kareem.
Wow.
and Steve.
Brady.
All right, that's a 5-1 win. Now we are on to the. I'm sorry, not the Elite Eight yet. We still have an entire other region to do. 2 of them actually. The 1 seed Muhammad Ali against the 4 seed Jim Brown. Yeah, again, Jim Brown can hang that banner. Sweet 16, great job. But I gotta go with Ali here. I have to. Dave?
Ali.
Ken,
Ali.
Muhammad Ali.
Brendan,
Muhammad Ali.
Steve.
Cassius Clay.
That's what we call Queen Street, baby. All right, here's a tough one. 3 seed Simone Biles against the 2 seed LeBron James.
Oh,
This is not easy, but you know what? You know what they say, Dave? Scared money don't make money. I'm going Simone Biles.
I'm gonna have to go LeBron. I love Simone Biles. I think she's maybe the greatest athlete, but LeBron has done so much stuff on and off the court. I have to take LeBron.
Shannon.
Simone Biles.
All right, Ken.
LeBron James.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon.
I don't know how this bracket could continue without both LeBron and Michael Jordan. LeBron James.
All right, Steve.
LeBron.
All right, it's a 4-2 win. All right, the 1 seed Serena Williams against the 5 seed Bill Russell. Oh no, it's so hard.
Yeah, this is painful.
This
This
is
is tough. It's tough, but also it's for me. It's the clear choice is Serena Williams. I mean, it's Serena Williams for me. Dave.
I love Bill Russell, but it's an easy Serena Williams choice here.
Ken.
Serena Williams.
Ken.
Serena Williams.
Steve.
Bill Russell.
Ooh, I love it. Brandon.
Let me Bill Russell, but I'm gonna go with Serena Williams.
All right, it's a 5-1 win. Michael Phelps, the 3 seed against Wayne Gretzky, the 2 seed. Probably the 2 best to ever do what they do. Man, this is hard. This is really, really hard, dude. Dave, who's your pick?
You can go first, Jake.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. Shannon.
I'm gonna go Phelps.
Okay. Brandon.
I'm going with Michael Phelps too.
Ken.
Michael Phelps.
Steve.
Michael Phelps.
Well, our guest did the work for us, Dave. I'm just gonna go Gretzky for the sake of being contrarian. Dave.
I'm gonna go Phelps.
All right, it's
Wow.
a 5-1. We have our Elite Eight, folks. All right, so we're gonna rapid fire this, then we'll maybe take a minute or two on the Final Four in the championship. So, the Jackie Robinson final is Jackie Robinson the 1 seed against Tiger Woods the 2 seed. Again, I picked against Tiger Woods in this round, so I'm gonna pick up against him again. I'm going Jackie Robinson, and I dare anybody to pick against him. Dave.
I'm gonna pick Tiger Woods. So
Oh my
I
God, you
picked
gotta
Tiger
be kidding
Woods.
me. Shannon.
Jackie Robinson all day.
Ken.
Tiger Woods.
Oh my God, the suspense. Steve.
This is so hard.
Steve, remember, Tiger needs your support right now.
You're right. Tiger needs me. Tiger.
Yeah.
Brandon.
I did not want to be the tiebreaker. This is a very difficult choice. But as far as level of dominance in their sports goes, I got to go with Tiger Woods.
All right, Tiger Woods is the Final Four participant from this region.
Wow.
Jesse Owens, the 4 seed against Tom Brady, the 2 seed. That's the final for the Michael Jordan region.
Whoo!
Michael Jordan didn't make it to the semis to the Elite Eight of his own
Michael
time.
Jordan's the only person from his region, the only number one seed not to make the final the Elite Eight. Dave, I'm a nice guy, so I'll let you go first.
I have to go Brady here.
All right, Ken.
I am going to vote Tom Brady.
Shannon.
Yeah, I also have to go Tom Brady.
Brandon.
Tom Brady.
Steve.
Thomas Brady.
All right. Yeah, I gotta go Brady too. Gotta make it unanimous. Tom Brady will be in the finals, or in the final four rather. All right. The 1 seed Muhammad Ali against the 2 seed LeBron James. Dave.
Oh man, this is the toughest matchup yet.
This is the hardest one.
Yeah.
I'm going Ali right off the bat. I'm telling you right now.
I'm gonna go LeBron here.
All right, Shannon.
This is hard, but I'm gonna go Ali.
All right, Brandon.
I agree. This is the hardest choice so far. I'm gonna go with Muhammad Ali.
All right, Ken.
LeBron James.
Steve.
The deciding vote.
Actually, it's not. Ali already has 3 votes. He's the 1 seed, so it won't matter.
Oh.
I'm gonna go LeBron though.
All right. Well, by virtue of tiebreaker, Muhammad Ali makes the final four. And the final one, Serena Williams against Michael Phelps. I voted against him last time. I think I did. I'm gonna go Serena Williams here. I think she's the better sports figure here. I'm going Williams. Dave.
Serena Williams.
Shannon.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Serena Williams.
Ken.
I love Serena Williams.
Steve.
Serena.
Maxwell.
Serena.
All right, it's a clean sweep. The final four. Your first matchup. 2 seed Tiger Woods against the 2 seed Tom Brady.
Oh,
This is impossible.
And because I'm a really nice guy and a gracious co-host, Dave, you can go first.
Oh man. I am going to go with Tom Brady.
Okay. Shannon?
Brady.
Ken?
It's like you people forget that he left you at the altar, just waiting. You're just a glutton for punishment coming from a Bills fan. I'm going Tiger Woods. I have multiple Tiger Woods hats in my house right now. My golf clubs are sitting to the right of me. I'm just inspired. I want to channel Tiger like back in like the early 2000s, not like now. In my next golf game, so I'm going Tiger Woods.
Brandon?
gotta go with the GOAT. I mean, they're both GOATs, so it doesn't answer anything. I'm going with Tom Brady.
All right. Steve?
Brady.
I'm going to go Brady as well. That's a 5-1 win, and Brady is in the championship. The other championship participant, the 1 seed Serena Williams against the 1 seed Muhammad Ali. This might be even tougher than the other one. This is very difficult, but I think I'm like 51-49 Serena Williams. Dave?
Serena Williams.
Shannon?
Also Serena Williams.
Ken?
Not tough. Serena Williams.
Steve?
I'm going Muhammad Ali, but I can't believe this is about to be like this. Let's go. This is
Brandon?
I'm also going to go with Muhammad Ali, although I'm on the reverse of you, Jake. I'm slightly more Ali, obviously.
Okay.
That's Williams, but it's very close.
All right. The championship. I'm glad that we got Ken here in time. I really am. The championship. The 2 seed, Tom Brady, against the 1 seed, Serena Williams.
Yeah.
They're probably the 2 greatest champions of all time.
I'll go
This
first.
is it. All right, Dave. I have a feeling I know where you're going.
I'm gonna go Serena Williams here. I think in my opinion, she's the greatest athlete of all time.
I'm also going to go with Serena Williams. I agree. I think she's the greatest athlete of all time. She's so accomplished in her field. Brady also, obviously, whatever the thousands of Super Bowls he's won. But Serena Williams has just been so dominant in tennis, and she will go down as, I think, one of, as far as we're concerned, the greatest sports figure of all time, but one of the greatest sports figures ever in the history of sports. So that's 2 votes right now. Shannon, who are you going with?
There's been some tough matchups with Brady, but for this one, for me, Serena Williams doesn't even compare. She's the obvious answer.
Ken?
This may shock you, but I was gonna say don't ever count Tom Brady out, but at this point, I guess we have to. I was gonna go Tom Brady here, greatest quarterback of all time. There's no question.
Brandon.
This is unfortunate for me to do, and I feel bad doing it. I'm not going to pick Tom Brady here. I have to go with Serena Williams. If we're talking about athlete, I mean, I think Serena is definitely a better athlete than Brady, just in terms of like all-encompassing physicality of being an athlete. And then as far as dominance goes, they're both like equally dominant in their careers. And then also you have, other things to take into consider with both of their careers. Tom Brady's had injuries to deal with, like the ACL tear. Serena's obviously had her injuries. She also won with a baby in her belly. So she's extremely dominant for all of these reasons, including, let me read off to you her record real quick. 851 and 148, even better than Billie Jean King. Serena Williams is winning 85% of the time she steps on a tennis court. Ranked number one for much of her career as far as singles results go. Won the Australian Open 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, most recently in 2017. She won French Open 3 times, Wimbledon 7 times, US Open 6 times. She's won many other tournaments. She's won tournaments in doubles as well. Yeah, I got to go with Serena Williams here. Although Tom Brady, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, like you said, Brandon, I like your phrase. Give your flowers to Tom Brady. I appreciate the love for Tom Brady. He's one of my favorite athletes of all time. He's brought me a lot of great, happy moments, but Williams is my pick. And Steve, it's a fait accompli. The winner's been chosen, but who is your winner?
My winner from the start, regardless of how this was going to go, was going to be Tom Brady. To me, Tom Brady is the greatest athlete to ever live. But when you start to look at other things, other sports, there are other great athletes. But my narrow-minded sports life has always looked up to Tom Brady from the time I was a child. So Tom Brady, to me, is the greatest to ever live of anything and the closest to ascending into heaven as a human can be.
I've been off the screen. I've been off the StreamYard for a while, so I just saw Steve's name as Stevie Franchise, and it made me laugh. All right. Well, that means that our champion by a 4-2 vote is Serena Williams, the overall 1 seed. This is a Anthony Davis Kentucky-style victory. The overall 1 seed swept their way to a win. She went 6-love, 6-love, 5-1, 6-love, 4-2. 4-2, 4-2. So Serena Williams didn't have to even get a tiebreaker in her favor. She won outright every single time. The Final Four again, Serena Williams, Muhammad Ali, Tom Brady, Tiger Woods. I have no problem with that Final Four, honestly. But so we can get Ken out of here in time. We'll start with him. Ken, thank you for playing. Thank you for joining us. Where can we find you?
Thanks for having me, fellas. It's always a fun time coming on. You can find me on Twitter at The Walking Ken, and you can find me on my podcast at the at JKLOL podcast, where we do top fives of random stuff. We will have a Disney movie draft coming out next week.
That's the good stuff. I love to hear that. And Ken, just send me that audio file whenever you want. There's no rush on that. Thank you for recording it. Thank you for accommodating my technical problems. Steve, thank you for joining us. Where can we find you?
Thank you for having me, as always. You can find me at Stephen O. Scott on Twitter or at Small State Takes. Shout out to all you guys. That was a great time.
Brandon, where are you at?
BMax 15. Thank you for having me. This is fun.
Brand, don't breathe on me, Maxwell. You know where to find him.
Never.
Brandon, thank you for joining us.
During COVID, after.
No breathing.
Where can we find you, Shannon?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at SFitSimon. And as always, thank you for having me. It was a great time.
Of course. Dave, thanks for joining us. Dave, where are you exclusively on Twitter?
I am at David_Albiani, and that's it.
That's right. No Instagram, no Facebook. Dave has a 9-figure deal with Twitter. Doesn't go anywhere else. And he hasn't shared any of that with me, so whatever. But I'm at Jacob_Morocco, the podcast at CSL Podcast on Twitter. We're at CSLpodcast.com. Go check us out there. We'll have our comedies bracket next week with Jeff Mack of the Mac and Goo program. That will probably take a shorter amount of time because there's only 3 of us. But this was a great time. I'm very glad we did it. Serena Williams, I know she's watching and listening, so congratulations on your victory. We're big fans. If you want to come on the podcast, have your people call our people. And by that, I mean DM us on Twitter. But with that being said,
Accomplishment of her career.
what was it? It would be the top accomplishment of her career.
Yeah, easily.